All right. Welcome to Tier Boys. Today we have Dre with me, my co host. My name is Jason, and we're going to rank Karens for
Tier
our first
boys.
episode. So, how you doing today, Dre? Doing good?
They're doing pretty well. I love ranking Karens. And this was a pretty cool idea because I'm like, yo, we have so many Karens. We have like over millions of Karens. I probably met 20 Karens in my life. 20,000, sorry. So I'm like, okay, how can we do something like this? And so we might leave out a lot of other Karens, but these are usually this is just the most famous Karens. So do you want to explain what a Karen is for people that don't know what a Karen?
All right. So, Karen, how do we describe it? By the way, if you see doubles here, people, yeah, I accidentally add them double twice, but we'll just
I
go
would
with the
say a
first
I would say a
copy.
person
But
who doesn't mind their business and who takes it upon themselves to get people in trouble. And usually it's a basic white woman, usually from just from the stats of Karens. Do you have to be white to be a Karen? No. There's all shapes and sizes of Karens, but usually, from our experiences and from the YouTube experience of people that are that we see, a lot of them are entitled white women who are taking on, like, I guess, things that don't matter to, who are bothering people who just are being regular people for no reason. Just mind your business, go along with it. Yeah, because in reality, if someone else did, these Karens wouldn't really bother other people. They feel so strongly when they see a certain group of people.
yeah, I mean, I think it's become a blanket term in a sense to just like a woman who's having a freak out or something, and
Yeah.
it's like without context. But these are like the viral video types, like you said on YouTube, getting the clicks and everything.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's like we can't stop watching, man. You feel bad for those managers. So, I think it's become broader than just like it could be like an entitled woman, you know.
Yeah, entitled woman's probably good,
But
or entitled
but
person. Entitled
but
person
what,
who
what
don't mind their business. I think
but
that's
so that's kind of like the criteria in general for Karen. But how are we gonna rank them? Like
okay.
the mental
That's
stats
that's a
and
that's a great question. All right, that's a
the
really good.
degree of the freak out. How famous they are.
So
So are we
let's
just gonna
say,
do S,
mhm,
A, B, C, D? Is that good, or do you
yeah,
have like
yeah,
a
A S A B C.
maybe
Oh,
like
we could name it like God Karen,
Karen, and then
Super Saiyan Karen.
like maybe like yeah, put super saiyan Karen. All right, I'm typing with one hand right now. You don't want to know where the other one is. No, no, no.
eh, um,
Holding the phone. And then we could go like A B C.
Hey Karen.
Okay.
Yeah, and okay Karen. B's okay Karen. Yeah, and D. I feel like they don't even. I don't see anyone going on D on this list, but we'll see.
You'd be surprised, man.
Yeah, not Karen.
The more we study each instance, maybe you'll find it in your heart to see his undeserved hate.
Okay, cool.
Or I guess chill Karen for C. How about that?
Yeah, chill, Karen, chill, Karen.
All right, here we go. So,
So, what would you classify someone a God Karen? The ramifications?
so yeah, what do you think are the qualifications? Like, we'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
But God
So,
Karen, I think, is someone who like they don't have any excuse in the
yeah,
sense of
you
like
can't make any excuse,
entitled,
and they
like
want people. They're harming people.
like they know better.
Yeah,
because there's definitely some drug abuse and
Of course.
mental health at issue, and that's pretty sad. I'll forgive, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, that compared to someone who's like, yeah, I'm gonna speak to the manager because I know better than you.
Yeah, that's why, in
You
my
know,
opinion, if I know their name, like this woman we have right here, Amy Cooper,
that's
in
a
my
good
opinion,
starting
she
point.
is a god Karen because in the whole video, the first of all, as a black person, I don't like when dogs are loose, right? So when the guy kindly, you should first of all, she broke the law in Central Park, and you
I
should
don't even know
have.
about the dog loose part.
Yeah, so
I think it's the opposite of the dog loose
the
thing,
guy
but go ahead.
confronted her, and he was like, "Ma'am, can you put your dog away because he's loose?" And she got mad, right? And then she was like, "Shut up! I'm gonna call the cops on you and I'll tell them that an African American was harassing me." And then she calls and start fake crying. When you do fake crying, you are a god Karen, because you know that like when a white woman cry and say a black man is attacking me, you're up there. So yeah, that was we both agreed on that. That was pretty easy for us.
Yeah, I mean, my reason is like the dude Daniel Cooper, right?
Hmm.
He is asking nicely. Like
Yeah,
he didn't just like say like "fuck your bitch" or something
exactly.
like that. Like he was like, "Hey, I'm just bird watching and everything. Your dog is scaring the birds," and then she starts choking the dog.
Right?
And then the fact that she pulls something against him that is like people
Scary.
say, "Oh, you crazy black people, that never happens. A woman would lie about an
And can I
attack
be
or
honest?
whatever."
The only thing that sounds fake in the
And
story is a brother that's bird watching. You know what I'm saying? Like,
then,
oh, I'm just bird
no,
watching up in
no,
here. Like call the
nah,
cops on him bird watching. Not
the fact that you're gonna lock this guy up over some, oh my god,
because it could have ended really bad. It could have been really. He
to a
could have
black
been dead.
man like that,
Yeah.
like
And but guess what?
it's a whole history of that.
Thanks to
And
her,
it probably
Cuomo
wasn't
passed
the
the law.
first time this probably wasn't just her idea. This is
Of
something
course.
done among,
And she's the type of people that say racism doesn't exist, but
right?
you consciously knew if I call and say an African American male is harassing me, they will take my side.
Yeah.
Like that is gross, and that's like some type of privilege that she will never try and see. Oh, I have black friends. I'm not racist. But yeah, this Karen. Oh man, I wish we added
I
that Karen.
love dogs. I love black men.
Yeah, there's one Karen like my boyfriend's
Yeah,
black, but it's okay. But
I'm
yeah,
with you
but
on
she's
that.
so bad that Cuomo made a law because of because this video was so big about like calling 911 falsely.
It should have
To
been
get in
done.
trouble. That should have been a law a long time ago,
I
but
thought it was actually.
I thought, but I guess now it's widely enforced now. The
Yeah.
punishment is greater
It's a
now.
black man fucking shooting at me. Oh my god, he's scared. That's that. Yeah, like I said, that was disgusting, gross,
Mhm.
man. Like she's a god, Karen.
Yeah, she's got to.
Oh man, only the manager can beat her. All right. I'm sorry. This is also kind of gross, but again, another Karen. We know her name,
Mm-hmm.
Anna Storelli.
Mm-hmm.
Around 2017, went up to like a bartender who was another woman, and it's like, "You're a prostitute, you're a hoe," type, slut shaming type shit. It's like not not good, pretty nasty. And then the irony was that Storelli was a cam girl, and it's like, hey, do your thing, but you're gonna tell a bartender that.
She's a
It's like a
slut.
projecting type
Yeah.
scenario where I'm like,
Is I feel
damn.
like she has like issues. So I don't
Yeah, I
think
feel like she has issues
she's.
also.
I don't think she's God, Karen,
Yeah. Like
because
again, people, we're trying to just judge the video.
yeah, from what we
Yeah.
got, and she
We
didn't
don't
use
know
any
if you're
racial
having
slurs,
the
right?
worst day on of your life.
I think she just went off because she was probably hungry. She's probably a terrible person and hungry, and a hypocrite. So I don't know if it's a God Karen. Um, I could see, Super Saiyan Karen or maybe a Karen. I mean, I don't know how you feel. Like I said, we could always. It's not permanent yet. I mean,
Yeah,
Amy
it
Cooper
isn't
is permanent,
permanent.
but yeah, because she's just a huge overreactor. Um, and I think it's more comical because since she's a prostitute, like if she wasn't I'm not a prostitute, a webcam girl, it's kind of even funnier. Like I don't know where like do we have sympathy because like it was probably insecurity, or is it because like, oh, that's even worse because you're judging someone that calling someone a whore and you are quote unquote, doing those type of behaviors right on the internet.
Right?
Uh, so I would say for now, Super Saiyan Karen. I mean, depending on how the lists look, she could be moved to A Karen. But I think she could be a Super Saiyan Karen for now, maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you for now, man. Like
Yeah.
this again, as we said, there's issues there in the scenario.
Yeah.
I feel that that bartender, being a bartender, especially a female one, it's tough. You got some creepy dudes coming at you, and probably they themselves are saying you're or thinking you're like a hoe or whatever, and you're like, I'm just doing my job.
Exactly.
So to have like her come at you is something else, you know.
Hmm.
But I'll put her S though, because it was kind of funny, but it's a little tragic that it's not God levels. But yeah, I could
Yeah.
see her being bumped down to A.
Yeah.
But oh my God! All right, so I don't know how much
Barbecue,
do you have for
barbecue
her.
Becky.
This is
So
the
yeah,
barbecue,
barbecue babe.
Karen, right?
Yeah. So she is harassing, people that are having a barbecue, right? And let's say you can't have a barbecue. I'm pretty sure you could because there was grills there, right? I don't think there will be a park that will have grills that you can't barbecue. But let's just say she couldn't, that you couldn't grill there. Um, Calling the cops on people, let's say they were in the wrong, fine, that's not bad, right? But then she ends up crying and then acting like she's threatened. You know what I'm saying? Or she made a huge deal, and I think the police did come, and I guess when they saw everything, they didn't even give the other people problem. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, they were more like, really, you called us out here?
Yeah, so if the police
Well,
like
even the
stopped the
cops were.
barbecue, it would have been a big deal, right? It would have been like, okay, like stop the barbecue, like y'all breaking the laws. But she was pretty bad because, like I said, the fake acting, the crying. Um, I feel that's also a god. That's a god, Karen,
Yeah, I mean,
because these people could have died. You know what I'm saying? If the police,
yeah, you called the whole damn precinct on them.
yeah, and then you lied that they attacked you.
Again, it's the lying part,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah, because
think
what she did isn't what she did was bad, but what she did was like if they were barbecuing illegally and playing loud music in the neighborhood, let's just agree with that point. Sure, you were allowed to call the police, right? But then you acted like they were harming you. You end up crying and fit and like
yeah,
make the
the
situation.
lying part, man.
Yeah, she would have been a super Karen at most.
I and that's the thing too. I think we look at situation when you bring in law enforcement and you make like again like a false complaint type thing, like those two together, that really bumps up your Karen points.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
again, Karen points isn't like, oh, white female points. It's like, no, you got called out on being harassing people and saying, oh, you're the one being harassed. You're picking a fight.
Yeah.
But I feel you bring in that law enforcement stuff, and there's definitely a little bit of bias there, racial bias. That's
Exactly.
like you get bumped up. I feel it's not automatic God Karen, but I feel for her, it's also God Karen.
Yeah.
So all right, you got her out of the way. What about it is ma'am Karen? I
And it,
This is a
so,
GameStop, and you
mhm.
you could tell it, man.
So basically, this is a GameStop Karen. So this lady is a transgender woman, and I think the video caught her talking to the GameStop employee, and I think he called her a sir. And then that's when the sir came out of her because she was very aggressive to, or really mad that the guy made a mistake. I don't know if the guy is being a a, a, a a
Yeah, the
defect
employee was being a
because
smart
there
ass or
are times of
whatever.
trans got people who call them the wrong name purposely to get to them, or it could have just been a misunderstanding, right?
Yeah,
I don't
because it
know.
happens if trans people get fucked with all the time.
Yeah, so I don't know what the intent was. We just see him blowing up, but the problem was when the woman from the back, right? Because from the back it was a simple mistake because she was listening to his voice. I don't think she was judging the way he was looking. She probably thought he wasn't really trans. He was probably a guy that just wore makeup, right? There's still a difference, right? So maybe so she was like, "Sir," because he had a masculine voice.
Like
Usually,
James Charles
yeah, yeah, exactly. Usually, trans women usually have like they would
or
usually speak
Marilyn Manson.
in a softer voice. So she thought maybe he was a just a guy who was wearing makeup and long hair, and he wasn't dressing as feminine. Anyway, when he went off, he's like, and she's like, "Excuse me, sir," and he's like, "It's not a sir, it's not a sir." Like he sounds like an army vet. There's backstory behind this guy. I don't know too much. I mean, this trans woman, um, which even some people in the trans community had problems with. So that's also to take note. Because Jake, didn't you say something about uh him going to prison or something like that?
Yeah, I think he's I don't know how long he was out of or she. I apologize, but like she was out of prison. I forgot how long before this whole video went viral, but uh yeah, got released and everything. Is actually a rapper, so I'm glad she's hopefully turning her life around. Um, but yeah, it's interesting to know kind of like the backstory behind people,
Yeah, because
before
it's
their
not God
like
tier
fame.
at all.
You wouldn't say
Because
God tier?
I wouldn't say God tier because if the
Really?
guy, I don't know the guy's intent.
I'd say either A or Super Saiyan, but okay, God tier.
No. I said it's not God tier. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
it might be A because she was if she was being defensive, I get it because they probably get if that guy was being smart, right? So the context matter in this, right?
Yeah.
But the woman part, the way she attacked the other woman was pretty hostile. Like her
Knocking the
rage was really
boxes
bad.
and stuff. I was like, what the?
Yeah, so I think she's an A Karen because I could simply like understand like her, being calling a man and I don't know how often that was happening, like because there's a lot of guys I know are jerks or and women that will call you on the wrong pronoun just to get to you, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all about respect.
Yeah.
Just call someone, what they are, believe it or not believe it,
Yeah.
just call them
You want to be
what
called
they are.
whatever, man.
Like I have a
Old
first name,
man,
people don't call me my
woman,
first
lady, Miss, Mister, uh, X,
name. Oh yeah, like
helicopter,
my
anything.
no, most of my friends they don't call me by my government name. They call me by my middle name, and I won't get mad if they call me by my government name. But everyone knows me and calls me by my government name, so that's just out of respect. Yeah. So.
I think government name is a little different in gender, but I hear
Oh
what
no,
you're
100%.
saying.
But I'm just saying it's all about respect.
I hear you, man. It's I think A also because I context it's a little
Yeah, it's a
but
little.
the freak out itself was pretty golden. You
Yeah, the
know.
freak out was Super Saiyan level, but because of context, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I had to bump it a little because we don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, you can't really see her face, but this is I call her cokehead Karen, which is kind of messed up because most likely a drug addict in this video. But this is from Hector's Trap House, a YouTube video where this dude's just filming. Who knows? It probably was like a nice weekend, and this lady comes on the like porch or the door knocking for Hector, and just has a strong case of coke jaw, and you're like, oh, this woman's persistent. This is like, can I see the manager who's the drug dealer? Type level. I'm like, damn, even the criminal world,
Karen.
there's Karens out there. But again, I don't know how this story is, but she's persistent, man. You know, where would
Yeah,
you rank her with this?
she's not God Karen. She's not super. The fact that she was annoying would, because I would consider someone annoying super Karen, Super Saiyan
Yeah,
Karen.
doing the videos like go away.
Yeah, it's like
And,
5 minutes, but was she drugged up? Um, so it kind of makes me feel a little sad for her.
right? I mean,
Um,
I wouldn't. I don't know. Would you give her a hug, man? Do you feel sad for her?
oh yeah, I wouldn't give her a hug at all.
I
Um,
mean, help would
yeah,
help, but
yeah, I'll
I,
call.
I don't know if Hector would help her.
Sponsored by 1-800 skill. No, what's that company called? That you text the
We're not
therapy.
getting paid by them. So
Sponsored by.
long way by a sponsor, man.
If you need help, call the police.
Call the manager. Call the
Call the
police.
manager. You get
So I
20%
don't know,
off.
man. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, it is a funny video because the
Yeah.
dude's like mad chill, but
Is she an
he's probably like a
okay
drug
Karen?
dealer. Like, who knows? There's no story behind this. Like, I couldn't find info on these people at all. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
she
The other
is she
people
the
we could,
chillest?
but this is like illegal drug deal posted
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Is she
So
okay Karen?
I don't know the context, man. I
Yeah.
feel it's like A for me because it's
Yeah.
still like maybe sober she would be nice, but maybe she was sober. Go,
Yeah, I think A is fair.
withdrawal.
I think
But
out of most Karens, she is probably the best out of the list we had
all
so
the ones
far.
we have,
Yeah.
I
Which is
don't know.
pretty
She's
sad.
one of the loudest.
Which is
That's
pretty
saying
sad.
something.
Which is pretty sad because most of
Isn't
these women were in their right mind.
one of the
Every
bestest
single
videos?
woman was in their right mind.
Yeah.
So
Would you
yeah,
put B? I would not go
if I
chill.
could be, I would probably change it. But
Yeah, well, A or B.
because A is good. I think A is good. But
Think A is good. All right, for
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna get so much.
Bonnie and Clyde Karen.
Oh my God, yeah, this is a double threat, man. This is a
Yeah,
duo here.
the fact that she could thought she could do
Queenie and
something.
Slim, you know.
Yeah, Queen and Slim.
Queenie and
Oh,
Slim,
Queen and Slim 20 years from now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like they're like the fact that her gun was like, you know what I'm saying, like my hand size, like was pretty funny. Like I think you could hold 2 bullets or something. And then like this is the first time I saw people with gun. I'm not scared. Like I'll probably run at them,
No,
Uh, I have no fear for some reason, and I'm usually scared of guns. So that's kind of funny in the way they look. They look like they just, came. But they have guns. At the end of the day, they have guns, so that's pretty high. And then they're trying to shoot protesters. Uh Honestly, this is God tier because y'all racist. Y'all truly racist.
yeah,
Y'all not
yeah.
complicit.
People just like picket signs, you know. Oh, what would MLK do? Okay, he would stand out City Hall with protest
Even
signs
though it was funny,
saying
like
his message.
it will take one
Let's threaten
bullet.
them with a gun.
Yeah.
And the fact that her husband's a lawyer is wow.
Ah, wow.
I
Hope he's
put
doing real,
God,
hope
Karen
he's
all
doing
day,
real
man. These are
estate
like
law
the
or something.
gatekeepers. What's up?
You heard? I hope he's doing real estate law or something because civil, I don't want him in. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he doesn't have a license, man. Just his gun license left, you know?
Hmm.
All right. Even that taken away. Oh, okay. So this you have to put kids about Karen God, Karen. This is
Explain.
what?
Explain. Like why God?
It's just she is like the innocent. She's like the representative of like the innocent Karens.
That is
You
true.
know, I mean, like I know this video is like recent, but a time when it was just like women, not women, but I don't know, like people, but predominantly Karen's like
White
complain to the
women.
manager. There doesn't seem to be
Yeah,
anything
she's the face.
dangerous like
She's the
guns or
face
the
of Karen.
police involved or drugs. Like there just seems to
Mm-hmm.
be dude's a Uber driver, you know, with a passenger, and the passenger's sticking up for him, and this lady's like, my kids listen to Kids Bop, but like the faces she make, man, that is like scary. You know, like I'd legit
Did she call the cop? Did
freak
she?
out. She did not call the cops. You're right. She didn't. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. She didn't escalate
And
it.
the fact is, it is comical. It was really comical.
Like my kids listen to Kids Bop. It's like
It was
wow,
like,
it's quality music. You know.
yeah. I think she's pretty high up there
But you
because
wouldn't say
yeah,
God can.
she's listened to 3 5 chains. Not, I mean, if God is because she set it off, but she's super because her just she's explosive. But she's
She
right
just
in
like
the in
scared me,
between.
man. I was like, you know, that was like that. Like she was trying to intimidate the Uber driver and passenger, and she succeeded. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but so I was thinking God, Karen, but I like it's a two sided thing. Like, yeah, she didn't call the cops, but yeah, she didn't call the cops. So it's like it's not that escalated.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. She reminds me of like a simpler Karen time. You know, just like
hmm
oh, this is
back when
funny
things
here
were
and there.
easy, back
But
in the
now it's
day,
like rampant.
yeah, when we had,
Like one Karen per month,
Fox
not like
Sports.
five per month.
Yeah, Saturday. She reminded me of Saturday cartoons, Toonami, Karen. Like like it's just nostalgia. She's nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons, Karen. All right. Speaking of the morning, uh, McDonald's Karen, Officer Karen, I guess.
And she's a cop.
Yeah, yeah,
Cop
it's true.
Karen.
Cop Karen, C for cop, right?
Psych. So the fact that she's a cop is scary because I watch a lot of videos of these, because you catch a lot of these bad cops lying and everything, right? And the fact that she's so, I don't know, it was weird because she was really sensitive. So I'm like, if she was like aggressive, like I don't know, like this was weird because it was weird because she was a cop. I'm like, how are you a cop with such thin skin? And she got mad about her order being messed up, thinking like someone manipulated her.
I
But I
think it was
do,
like a McGriddle or
yeah,
whatever.
I do get the
Muffin.
paranoia because you're probably scared and everything. Um, if she wasn't a cop, I would probably rank her a little lower because it was just funny. Like I would just think she was like in between the A and B because I'm like, what just trigger you to be so sensitive? Maybe you have like some trauma, but the cop will raise her a little higher because like I don't want my law enforcement to be that sensitive. Um, because if that sensitive, who knows how they are in the field, right?
Yeah, because you again,
Because
not to be like
Mhm.
cops have the worst job, but I'll admit it's a tough job and you need a special type of person.
Exactly.
You can't have any cop be unaccountable for their mistakes and then, all right, we could do whatever.
Because
Uh,
imagine this: she files.
hmm?
Mhm. Now imagine this: she files a report, right, and she makes it a bigger than what it really is as a cop, and maybe these people get in
Yeah,
trouble. Well,
like
you
Amy
guys,
Cooper. Yeah,
yeah,
we
and,
got to
and
retaliate against them, those criminals.
yeah,
Just
I
like a
could
SWAT team goes at the McDonald's, just arrest everyone
exactly. So I could see her make
because
it
she has power. She's a Karen with power.
exactly, which is
You know,
scary because
that's the
things will
thing.
get
It's
done.
the
Things will get
exercise
done
of
with her.
power against others to feel maybe is a lack of power in your life or whatever, but to feel powerful. I feel here's the thing, like since this was going around during George Floyd protests and
Yeah,
everything, and civil unrest, like as a cop, are you just blind to like a man? Like people are now supporting police accountability because a man got choked out for like 9 minutes, but you're scared someone like spit in your McMuffin or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like that privilege,
And the
going back
funny
to that,
part,
like
if you're
living
that
your
paranoid
life.
to think someone spit in your sandwich because you are a cop, imagine how paranoid black people feel
Yeah,
with
right.
cops.
You get
You know,
shot
like,
by
I
a
don't
cop.
do nothing. I never did anything illegal. And I'm still
Exactly.
scared when I get pulled over. I got pulled
Right.
over yesterday, the other day, actually. You know,
Oh
and the
man.
cop said, "Well, my brother-in-law. Thank God he's Asian, so you know he didn't really get beat up." But I was in the passenger seat, and the cop pulled us over. The cop pulled us over, right? And then he was like, "Oh, because you didn't really stop at the stop sign like that," and we did, but it was like
Yeah.
kind of a roll. But I'm like, two. What is 2 seconds? And because they want you to stop for 3 seconds. I'm like, he just like there was no cars. It was like he made his signal turn. It was just like, all right, you're just doing too much. He didn't give him a ticket, but it was just I was nervous, and and then my brother-in-law, the cop. Usually, when I get stopped by a cop, I'm usually like, "Nice, how you doing, officer?" and stuff like that. I take my keys out the car. My brother-in-law, the car was still running. He put down the window slightly, and then the cop was talking to him like, "Oh, how are you doing?" He's like, "Fine," like very
Right.
monotone. I'm like, "What? Wait, you could talk to like I'm like, wait, you could just talk to a cop without trying to be nice to not to get in trouble." And the guy's like, why I got pulled over? No. And then he's like, I'll let you go on a warning. And then my brother-in-law refuted. He's like, I did stop at the stop sign, by the way. I
Right.
would have left, I'm like, yo, he gave me a warning. I'm good. But the fact that he did that is just like, whoa. Like, like these things are like my everyday. These things get me nervous every day when I interact with a cop, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, hey man, fair for your life at McDonald's. I just think it's that obliviousness, the irony with her.
yeah.
Like you said with your story, man. It's like you really don't know
Hmm.
if it's like a police, are supposed to be protect and serve. If now they're like, or have always been like, again, exercise of power, or they're paranoid now and they're like, oh man, this guy, and they exercise that power, like, okay, now I have a right to arrest you or hit you or whatever because you were resisting,
Hmm.
or you didn't give me my egg McMuffin. So I guess she was trying to be like, oh, let me humanize police, but
Yeah,
like that completely backfired, and more like, let me just show how privileged us police officers are.
exactly.
So
I think if
I
we
don't know, man. But that's the thing too. I don't I don't feel sorry for her.
I
I
don't.
do feel sorry for well, I do feel sorry for her in the sense, like, yes, it's a stressful job and everything, but it's a job,
Yeah,
you know.
you could
And
leave.
you're part of a bigger system than, just like one black man getting choked. It's like it's centuries of this, you know,
Hmm.
versus black people specifically.
Yeah. So I would
I
say,
wouldn't put her God though.
yeah, she's not God, and she's not that super because she wasn't outrageous. And I mean, now sounds funny because I made my whole spiel. She's kind of an
We're trying to
okay
be fair,
Karen.
people.
She's kind of an okay Karen. I'm just like over exaggerating. Like I'm just thinking. I don't
Yeah.
know. She could be the greatest cop in the world, right? But I'm just like speculating. Like if
Again,
she
this is
acts
in the
like that and
video,
she's the cop, that's
like the
scary.
context with the video.
Yeah, but going by just the video, it's a okay Karen. But like being more evil, I would pair her higher because like yo, she could manipulate a lot of situations as a cop, right? But just going by the video and then like during the protest and maybe she finally feels that like oh wow like people don't really like cops like that maybe and she sees the news and maybe sees her friends like cop friends like oh it's so stressed that the protesters are attacking us blah 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 because they have their rhetoric and stuff like that so I guess she's an okay Karen
Yeah,
because we don't know her whole history.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I feel let's say all these guys talk to the manager. I feel again, this is in the context of Karen's people. Uh, but it just become a whole political, social commentary apparently. Because us tier boys, we're very deep philosophers. But yeah, I feel she would be the nicest to the manager. Going
Yeah.
back to the memes,
Yes.
like she wouldn't shoot the manager or
And
like,
she wasn't hostile.
and she's a
Didn't use
cop,
her
but
power.
like I
She was
feel she
just
wouldn't shoot the manager,
yeah.
and you know, I don't know, she wouldn't be yelling at him either to make the
Exactly.
honest manager, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it's still little little risky there.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
New
how
York
can I
City
make
bus
this out? This is
Karen.
the bus. Okay, so this is we're being diverse here. This is our black Karen, old Caribbean lady yelling at the bus. The highlight of this video was this man standing up for the bus driver, just roasting her. I feel she's like okay Karen at most.
Yeah.
Cause like
Because
it's just, again, you don't know what the old lady, what she's late for church or something or
and as
work,
a
I
New
think.
Yorker, it's just that's how we be
And I
talking.
feel that's how New Yorkers are. It doesn't give you a
And
pass,
yeah,
but
it's
like,
another day. It's another day. She got shut up. Someone was there to diffuse everything because the bus driver would just probably ignore her. You
yeah,
know? And but the guy made a funny video and no one was harmful and
yeah.
she did shut up. So
That's the thing with this video is more about the hero than
yeah,
it's kind of
it's
like
a hero.
FHDR
Yeah.
show. It was like the hit, like the protagonist you're focusing on more than just the outrage,
Yeah. And I can understand like when the bus is late now you're late for work and then you get in trouble. I get it, you know.
Yeah,
But you know, your employer gotta understand that. But some people have employers. Maybe she's always late, you know, so that was pretty easy.
yeah, yeah. I feel that was kind of like because again we're like highlighting like there's a dude in that video that's really cool and but like yeah, the woman she was like quiet quick after that, wasn't trying to like call the police on him or whatever, on a black man. Being a black lady herself may know how situations could escalate quick in that
Yeah.
situation. So okay, this is like Walking Dead, bro. This
Yeah.
lady, I can say without hesitation, there was definitely illegal substances. I'll say possibly. I never want to jump to conclusions, but she Spokane, Washington here said that this black family stole her car when she was on a bike, and this black family with the dad and his two kids in the back got attacked by a mob of white people from this Walmart parking lot, like chased down and hit the car and everything. So she is like the summoning Karen. You know what I mean? Her powers is so
And then a bunch of white
yeah,
people.
like those like enemies you fight in games where they like scream for the backup. That's like that, like like in
And I can't lie, when it comes like it's all her fault, right? With the other white people, I think they took it far. I could
yeah,
like if
like
she
you
said
should
they
know
stole
this
her
lady
car,
is
I
out of
can't lie.
either out of her mind or whatever,
Yeah, but I
like
can't lie because if someone said, "Oh, someone stole my car," you would probably believe the victim a little bit, right? But I wouldn't be attacking the people or
it was
like
exacerbated,
yeah. And the guy
like
was
oh black,
clear. He's like, yo, like it made his daughter. Why would he steal a car from his daughter, right? Like it just didn't make sense. But like, cause there's time like there's one time I went to France and there was this Muslim lady. She had a scarf and everything on, right? And then I was getting out the train, and then this black guy lifts her up and was running, and she's screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" Right? So you think that that black guy is like harming her, right? Because smaller, Muslim Pakistani lady like looked innocent. You're like, all right, man, she can't do no harm. This bigger black guy probably is the threat because he's carrying her or something, right? And luckily, like I was really about to react, but I'm like, this is not. I'm not. a citizen in this country. I get in big trouble. Do not start anything, Andre.
Yeah.
I was with friends and they helped restrain me. And then there's other people surrounding them, right? So then the black guy ended up clearing the story. Like, no, she stole something. The girl ended up being a pickpocketer, and then he grabbed her because she was running away. So he was like, I guess, doing a citizen arrest. I think he stole something from his wife or his kid, something, and so he just grabbed her to get the stuff back. So I was like, whoa, thank God I did not react because I would have been in the wrong because that lady was bad. So
You're a
same,
noob.
huh?
You're a noob. Because that's what I'm surprised our mutual friend didn't tell you what I said throughout the whole trip.
Oh
And
no, I know.
there's nothing against Italian or French people, but you gotta understand it's a different place
Oh
than
yeah,
America, where we know our scamming people. You know what I'm saying? Like it
yeah.
could be a dude in a tie trying to sell you knives, or it could be like a crazy lady in Walmart, like sicking the horde on you.
Hmm.
You know, the meth horde. But like, yeah, I told them gypsy scams are
No,
very
yeah, yeah,
common
yeah,
there,
yeah.
where
Even the French people.
they get creative, bro. It's
Yeah.
not as simple as, oh, they stole my car. It's like you have kids with roses come up to you and they distract you and take your wallet. You can have some people, they walk up with newspaper and they put it in your face and they, like, you know, grab maybe one of your like chest pockets or feel up your jacket. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Scarf. That's that. Who knows? You know, unwrap the scarf while they have the newspaper in your face. Or like one guy pretends to bump into you and they drop something, you pick it up for them. They have a guy on the other side of you, you know, quickly search your pockets. Yeah, bro. They be pulling up like SEAL Team 6 strategies, you know, like Black Ops operations on tourists.
Yeah, she's definitely
So
she's definitely a
she could
god.
have pulled a fast one on that guy and his wife.
No, that was a fast one.
Because
Um,
are you really gonna hit a kid or a woman? You know,
who
like
me?
that makes you look bad, man.
No, no, I thought the guy was in the wrong because
That's
he
what I'm
told him,
saying.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They usually have
yeah,
like kids or like
yeah,
old
it's smart,
people
yeah,
pulling these
it
scams.
was smart because the
You
perception
know.
was really, was really
Yeah, I'm
it looked
surprised the
bad.
mutual friend didn't tell you this stuff, but not
Um,
surprised at the same time.
yeah, same, yeah, same. Because but a lot of people, even the French people, were like, yo, what's going on? Like they were upset about it because the way
Yeah,
she
at
was
first,
carrying
but
on,
then you're like,
yeah, and
you
then
know, you're
once
like,
he
oh.
said something, I was like,
Once
oh,
you explain it, they're like, oh, another like
and
gypsy
everyone back on the train
situation.
because
Yeah.
everyone jumped out,
Because
you
like
know.
in America, we don't have that type of stuff. Like, yeah, we got pickpockets and stuff in the cities or whatever, but like, or in Spokane, Washington, you
Mhm.
know. But we'll get to another one that's like that, actually.
Okay,
Another situation like that. But yeah, no, that's a similar story, man.
yeah, she's
Than
shit.
this. It's just
Mhm.
like, you know, you instinctually are like, oh, this lady, how dare this black family takes her car
Yeah,
away.
but the
But
context
they
is
could have
like
just been looking
he
for
had
a
his
fight.
daughter in the car, and then he explained himself. And the ladies, the fact that he could have just ran them over, he because he was
I
dangerous.
would have, nah, well, I wouldn't have, but like, it's like I'm scared for my kids. Like, I felt like it felt like a Jordan Peele movie.
No,
It
honestly,
felt
like
like
at the
us.
end of the day, if my kid in the car, I'll do whatever it takes, you know. And
Yeah.
like if they're surrounding my car, I'm hitting the doop, the gas,
Yikes.
I'm out. So
Yikes.
so yeah, that is a God Karen right
Just
there.
it's scary, man. It was scary. You'd
Yeah.
say God just because she could summon,
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
some
know,
power.
like I was gonna say the enemy. An enemy, it's a bad video game, but Resident Evil 6, there's an enemy that could like scream and like summon more zombies. You're like, oh, great. You know, uh, different video games here and there. You got like take out the screaming enemy, you know, to stop the, I don't know, horde coming after you. I think in Last of Us, they have an enemy like that in the first one.
Right, every zombie game.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
All right. So this is similar, but like a very botched job of this Karen. She Tesla. There's a few videos of this where around, I guess, the Cali area, people trying to pull a fast one. Like this is my like casually, just like this is my Tesla. They get caught on video, called out, and that's that. Uh yeah, I mean, she really failed with this one. Because she was trying to use a psychological, like, this is my Tesla, and the guys in the car know it's theirs. Come on.
Oh,
You
so you don't.
so that's just a big
I
thing.
forgot about that.
And then she kind of gives up.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I don't know if that's strong Karen power. Or, like, I feel that's weak Karen power.
It's weak. It's not
But,
God.
like, does that make her tolerable? I don't know. Like, this is
I,
a tough one to rank, man.
yeah, because I kind of forgot the video. I remember this clearly, but I forgot like how the whole interactions was, so I can't judge
It
this.
was a quick.
I know it's not God tier. I know it's not.
Yeah. I don't know. I might put A tier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because, like, she still wasn't like, okay. She
yeah,
kind of gave up too
yeah.
quick. And you want to be persistent. You want to bring the law and order into it, and you know all that. But she kind of gave up when they just drove away. I think it
Yeah.
was a green light or something.
Okay, never mind. It's not.
And that was it. So a bit anticlimactic, I guess. But I would put her A also. I don't know. This is a two-parter. So this lady is in Walmart, and I think there's, I want to give a disclaimer that I think she had mental issues or something, but it was a video that definitely was kind of interesting to watch. She was like, "F bleep you bleepers" and stuff, and like the whole Walmart store. That's the thing, man. Some of these they don't have like crowds watching them. Like the McCloskeys got them, the bus driver. You know what I'm saying? GameStop is probably just a few customers. Like there's no like crowds in these, other than like here, the Spokane one. That was like, a crowd of people in a parking lot. But this lady like managed to, I'd imagine, grab the whole attention of the Walmart.
Right.
And security looked, or staff or whatever, looked awkward taking her away, and she would not give up, man. This is the opposite, where she was determined.
Mm.
But I
Is she a super Karen because it's a carrot she was refusing?
I feel, yeah, I feel she is. Again, this is just within the context of the video. I'm not making fun of her or anything. This is more just the meme material.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what. Again, I wouldn't put her in God tier Karen,
Yeah.
because she didn't really harm anyone. She did get aggressive with like some of the staff, but I don't think she really harmed anyone. But it was a video where you're reminded that Walmart is pretty interesting place. All right, there's water bottle Karen.
Oh, water
You can
bottle
take over this
Karen.
one.
I couldn't wait for her ass. Water bottle Karen. Calling a cop. Calling a cop on a
You were
little.
waiting all night for this one, man.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for her. Right. Right. She honestly looked like a different Karen when I saw down here. I was like, oh wait, water bottle Karen. And she's like, do you have a permit to sell water bottles? Who does that to little kids that's trying to do? It's like you see these little kids, they got a church league and they're selling the shirts so they could play on the team. It's like, do you have a permit to sell those shirts? Huh? Why are you asking for $1? And let's say these kids are scheming and whatever. Who cares? They're kids.
Keyword kids.
They're kids, kids. Like, let them do what they want to do. Like,
Like
oh,
I
are you
said,
really show me your credentials that you're really on the football team.
I would have a problem, man. Like, again, talking about like France and Italy,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with like kids who are street, hustling gypsies and stuff. Like, again, I wouldn't be calling the cops on them, and like
Exactly.
I said, I would hesitate to put a hand on them.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta be smart of like the scams, that they pull or whatever, hustles or whatever they pull on like tourists.
Selling
I
a
would I
water for a
wouldn't go
dollar.
to this length, harass them and like traumatize them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and at the end of the day, she's selling water like for a
Oh
dollar,
my God,
which is
right.
like not
With
even overpriced. It's
freaking Coca-Cola does that.
yeah. So I would say, even though she didn't pay any, I just say God tier in the sense of like you traumatize a kid, and
The
yeah,
target of wrath of the Karen
yeah,
movie, the
yeah,
target was don't to a little girl who's just
that-
trying to who knows have an entrepreneurial spirit,
exactly. And you're trying to kill it, and who
smarter
cares?
than a lot.
What
Yeah,
does it
exactly.
do to you? What does it? It didn't even harm you. If you walked away, nothing would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, you could give a talk or whatever, but like just harassing the poor little girl is like, come on.
For yeah, it was ridiculous.
All right.
Who's this
Speaking of
kid?
more harassment, I call her apartment Karen. This lady has
Oh,
instant transmission powers. For her to keep track of this guy and this guy filming her with her dog, um, at least she has a point over Amy Cooper because I don't think she was abusing her dog. Right, just taking it for a walk around or whatever. The dog looked happy, so at least she has that against Amy Cooper.
yeah,
But I think she is more persistent than Amy Cooper, just following this man around his apartment where he lives, just second guessing him and questioning him, like in a creepy manner too, just coming around the hallway. Like she didn't say anything to him after a while, just like stalking him. And then you wonder why shit like Botham Jean happens. So
that's
I
definitely
don't know.
super
I put her
scary.
like God maybe
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, God,
because
because
like
that's
she's one of the
scary.
more persistent ones.
Yeah, that's actually God
Like
because that's
she had a lot of energy. I feel she doesn't really have an excuse other than being like again very in her own bubble type,
yeah, because
vibe
you don't know
and
all your
like on something.
because stuff like her, he could have died. If she said there's someone that was breaking in this apartment.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I
well, like
hate
the
when you
police
want
being
to
called
know.
on that
I
compared to a
hate,
little girl selling water, a
yeah,
guy breaking apartments or roaming around, that would put you as an officer a little on edge,
very on edge. Yeah,
you know?
and it's and as some and obviously as people, because I had a similar situation. Like someone thought I was trying to break into my own house when I was 12 years old, 13, 12, right? And at that time you don't have like any ID at all, you just have your school ID. And I remember it did look suspicious, not gonna lie, right? Because I would, because usually, so the back door is usually open at the time in my house, right, where I used to live. I don't do that no more anymore. Okay, so I was trying to open the back door, no one was.
You're just saying in case, hey man, I'm
Hey
just
man, just
coming
letting
in
you
your
guys
fridge, that's all.
know. Okay, disclaimer. But anyway, the back door was open.
Yeah.
I went around the house, knocked, tried to open it, didn't open. A neighbor's friend saw me. Is everything's okay? And because and basically this door, I don't live in this house no more, so I could say it. So if you kind of kick it in a certain way or like push it
Oh
a certain way,
god.
it opens, right? So the neighbor asked, "Everything's okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get in my house." And then I'm by the screen door, and he sees me, all right. And then I go in the front door, trying to open the front door, and he sees me, and then he asks, "Is everything okay?" And then I was trying to get in. I was like, yeah. And then there's a seat, right, like there's a like nice little chair by the front door. I end up sitting down. And this is like morning time. I said, I'm just waiting for my mom. I thought the door was open. I thought someone was home. He's like, okay, no problem. That guy ends up calling the cops, right?
Wow.
Cop comes, right? And the cop should have
12 year
said,
old you.
huh?
12-year-old you.
12-year-old Dre, right? 12 to 13 max, right? And then remember, and I'm not no huge behind boy. I was like by 5'8". And I guess that's pretty tall, but that don't mean anything. So the cop come out the car. There's a Baker entry coming. I was like, oh no, I'm just sitting waiting for my mom to get him. The cop sees me sitting. If I'm trying to break in the house, I would have left. Who waits? So I'm gonna wait to rob people. I give up. This was a lot of work.
Oh, this is tiring,
Yeah,
robbing
yeah.
people.
So
I'll
the
take
neighbor,
a
I'm
seat.
not gonna give him a pass for calling the cops on me, but the cop should have saw the situation better. And then he was walking towards me, like and he almost had his hand on the gun. Like that's how what I saw. And this is way before Trayvon Martin died and got shot by Zimmerman. Um, but felt that time I probably would have been the first Trayvon because I was ready to run because I didn't know any better, right? Because I felt scared. I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna go to jail. I didn't do nothing. So he's approached me on my property, and I'm telling him I live here. He's like, you have ID? I'm like, I'm a student. I said, look, I have my basketball shorts on. I go to this school. I just came back. No, I had my jersey on. So I just came to get my basketball shorts. That's why I came home to get my shorts. That's why I was in a rush. And then he's approaching me. And then thank God my mom jumped out the car. No, my mom parked the car. My sister jumped out of the car cursing, you mother effing blah blah blah. Right? This is my house, you know. And the cops like, tell your daughter to relax or I'll arrest her. You can't arrest
Wow.
her. You know, she didn't threaten the cop. But it's an
Wow.
explanation, right? And my mom's like, we live here, blah blah. He's oh well, I thought it was a break-in. And she's like, no. So that was scary. Like if my mom haven't didn't come at like literally seconds when the cops was approaching the black cop was approaching me, I would have been because I was looking to run, you know, and I would have just been done. And it's pretty sad for someone that would be told that I would not see these beautiful years I have as you know, and I would have just been another name. And so what that lady did, she's God tier, and I'm so disappointed. I almost gave her S tier. She's 100% God tier. 100% because that's scary to like make you feel like a criminal and you're paying. You know, you're paying just as
You're
much.
supposed to feel safe in your home,
Yeah. You don't
but
need
black people can even enjoy their home, I
what's your
guess.
apartment number? Why do you need to know? Yeah, that's pretty
911. Yeah, man. It's like whatever. It's like you gotta identify yourself every time.
yeah, it's not cool.
I don't know, man. How many people she passed that she actually knows in the
Right,
apartment? She
yeah,
knows,
exactly.
you know. But all right. So this is Barnes and Noble Karen. She kept repeating to the cashier who was black. She wanted Misery, like a Stephen King novel, but I don't think it was a Stephen King novel. It was like Misery's Company or something.
Mhm.
And she did not give up for like 3 minutes. And I think it's already tough being a Barnes and Noble cashier.
Yeah.
However, I think I looked at some comments and stuff, and I think she was acting. And to do that type of acting and show uh, uh, that type of dedication, like it was convincing. I think she's pretty chill
Okay.
because I think she also like if you see here, she's kind of dressed like Kathy Bates from Misery. You know what I'm saying? Like on
Yeah.
purpose
Uh-huh.
ish, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, it's pretty clever.
It's cool. The first
The
chill Karen.
first chill, yeah. Maybe we'll have a second one. We have two left, man. So who knows? Uh okay, so this is throwing stuff from the cart. Karen, shopping cart Karen, I guess she's known as by the internet.
uh,
She has attacks. So like the Spokane
Shuriken Karen.
Washington Karen from Walmart had like the summon the horde attack. She has like projectiles.
Projectile.
So she throws whatever's in her shopping cart because this was in Dallas. I forgot what supermarket, but the height of the COVID-19 crisis, Texas is like seeing a massive spike of cases, and she doesn't have a mask. She's at the cashiers and just like, fuck it, let me throw everything on the ground. I don't need to have a mask. I'm surprised she got in the store without a mask. That's what troubles me.
Yeah.
But I think the cool attack wins me over. But like you're just throwing food like that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
another thing. People are
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
not
Was she legit
exactly.
throwing food at people, or was she throwing it at the
You're
floor?
throwing it on the ground, but it's like imagine someone just walked by and gets hit.
Hmm. And why did she just
Um,
blow up? There.
yeah, it was quick. It was like a 30-second one. This wasn't like a full all out assault, man. The
So we
the
don't know
video
the
went
context of it.
as long as she had stuff in the cart. So
What was the reason for her to do that? Was there a reason?
yeah, like I said, this is in Dallas,
Oh, because of
and I think Texas was kind of cracking down again on COVID-19
oh,
precautions and stuff. So
oh,
she's in the supermarket, doesn't have a mask or whatever at checkout. So she's like, "Fuck it, I'm not putting this shit back," and just like, yeah, throwing it
she's a funny case
long
because
range
she's
at
kind
the.
of god tier because she's kind of endangering people's life, but she could also be super.
I push super, but
Mm.
if you think God tier, because
Um,
like I feel she didn't take, like you could always take it that step further,
yeah, that's
and
true.
she didn't.
I'll
You
say that.
know,
It's
like
good.
I feel there's more people like her. Like she isn't as special. You know, like God tier, I feel is like special, like super
Yeah,
pumped up.
that's
Like
true.
like it's still common for people lie to police and harass black people or whatever, harass people. I mean, it's the common theme here is harass black people, but here is like it's a health risk. And
Yeah, that's
whoa,
true. That's true. It's
whoa,
ignorant.
bless you.
No, sorry, that was a laugh, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'd never heard you laugh like that, man. That's a new
Yeah. Stand up, bro. Good job.
one.
Yeah, so she's super Karen.
I feel, but that's the thing. Like you're endangering this cashier or wherever. They're just doing their job, and you're throwing good food. But like, I feel the freak out could have been a level higher. Like
Yeah.
I speak to the can I speak to the manager higher, and I don't think she did.
Yeah, she started to cough just to be, that was like, okay, that's a
Oh,
Karen.
oh, this one is this one here, Trader Joe's,
Mm-hmm.
Karen, without the mask. Oh my God, yeah, this might be Super Saiyan or God. I mean,
Explain it.
hmm?
Explain the Super Saiyan.
Like okay, so we're going by her stamina compared to the 30-second Dallas one. I
Uh,
feel like the Trader Joe's one is like 4 minutes, I think, and it's like she hasn't let up, and she actively, what did she say? The Democratic uh, people or whatever, like fuck the libtards type,
oh,
language. So I
yeah.
don't know, man.
I do God because she's probably
Like
racist.
she let it drag. That's what I'm
She's
saying.
probably
Like
racist.
manager levels.
Yeah.
Like fuck protecting you. I just don't want to wear a mask.
Yeah.
You know.
And this
I,
is
I feel our tiers are very lopsided. By the way, that sums it up. That rounds it out. So I think I think in a Karen fight now, I we're going by Karen energy too. You know what I'm saying, man?
yeah.
Like the situation and the factors of just how loud or how much power they admitted or
How,
their types of
how
superpower.
about prostitute Karen and A? Put her in A.
Per an A.
Yeah.
You think she would get like knocked out by the other three, like Kids Bop Karen and like she
Which
can't
kid
hang
fuck?
with the best of them.
Uh,
It's just the irony is
yeah,
what
it's
makes
pretty
it.
funny. Kids Bop Karen is just because she started it off. Like,
She didn't start it, but she definitely is like
she's like the pioneer. She's
put
like,
fuel,
she's Mark
put Karen's
Zuckerberg.
on the map.
You know what I'm
God,
saying? Like, she didn't make the app Facebook, but she
yeah,
definitely is.
she's a Zuckerberg. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a
definitely.
Zucks. Um, but she's really truly an A Karen, but because of like how viral that video was, and
Her influence. Yeah,
yeah, the influence is pretty big. And I feel like after her, it was just like it just didn't stop.
that's what I
Um,
was saying. Yeah, kept it going,
and the fact
revived
that
the
you go in
movement.
someone's car, I think is mad disrespectful. You put your head in like someone's personal vehicle, like that's invasion of privacy. You know, that's like, wow, that's kind of crazy. I don't like to. I don't want people to touch people's stuff or you get in people's car. I think that's like, and then you're doing this in front of your kids. So it's like, wow, you're a terrible parent.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, they're listening to Kids Bop.
yeah,
She's saying
yeah,
so,
they're good. Yeah, as long she could curse, as
so
long as it's a
you
good pop.
can be a jerk to people.
Yeah. But I think our list is pretty good. I think, maybe, next week we'll do more ordering stuff,
Yeah.
like order the list. But I feel like it's pretty good, I think it's perfect kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta sharpen up my Karenology, but I
Yeah.
think all these videos, I think they all had kind of a purpose to show that, hey, we all have a little Karen in us. You know what I'm saying, man? It's not just these scenarios or whatever the people, but there are people who definitely have their own inner Karens,
Yes.
And I
Karen.
think it's good to kind of see who has what are scenarios and types of people who exude that energy, emit
Mhm.
that energy. So it's interesting to discuss, man.
Where would you put yourself on the list of Karens?
Me, I'm trying to think of my biggest public freak out. Have I flipped out? I flipped out on people on the phone. It's usually over bills, though. I never like threatened their life or called the cops on, like called the FTC or whatever. Um, dang, I can't think of any. Maybe I'm just that nice of a guy, Dre.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see Karens, but since we got kind of scammed from PayPal to buy rollerblades, uh,
Oh yeah,
I might be a B Karen. I might be a B Karen after tomorrow. So, uh,
yeah. PayPal doesn't.
because they're playing games, right now. So we shall see if that. But this has been Tier Boys, and next week,
Episode 1.
next time, we'll talk about. We're gonna do another tier list for celebrities that need to shut up. that need,
All right.
yeah.
It's
So, all
been
right.
good, Dre. We just mess around people. Like us on whatever social media I link in the
Yeah.
description. Give us a like, a
Follow us
share,
on LinkedIn.
comment. What Karens do you think deserve the title as a God Karen? The ultimate wrath. Who do you think is a chill Karen? You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
like to hear. And again, this is nothing against any of the people in these videos, but again, you learn from these situations, and sometimes you just need a laugh and take a step back from the craziness of the world. So,
And Andre's quote of the day: "Let's start Karen and not be Karens." All right.
okay, this is a good time to stop the video. Thanks for that words of wisdom, Dre. All right.